Oh, well, you may be thinking, how can this be day 3 when you've been playing this game all week? Well, I haven't been playing this game all week, and the problem is down to Steam. So I started up my PC the other night and it went into a Steam update, and the Steam update froze, and it also froze my entire PC. So the only way I could get anything going again was to turn my PC off and turn it on again. But when it came on, something had corrupted with the loading, so Steam, I think, had frozen mid-load for something else in Windows and the PC wouldn't start up again. So I ended up having to reload Windows onto my PC and reload Call of Duty and reload all the drivers and reload Battlefield. So that took a good day to sort out. That's partially my fault because all my disks for Windows are Windows 8, but there's a free update from Windows 8 to Windows 8.1, and I didn't realise the disks wouldn't work anymore. So I couldn't repair the installation with the disks that I had. I had to completely reinstall everything. Now I have some Windows 8.1 recovery disks because I made them when I reinstalled Windows 8.1. So yeah, partially my fault, mainly Steam's fault, but it was annoying, particularly as I've still got this horrible cold. So it's been grumpy because of the cold and pissed off because of the steam causing my PC not to work properly. If you combine both of those with the fact that Call of Duty I find pretty frustrating, I am enjoying it in small doses, but nothing long term. I don't think this is really my kind of game anymore. The rounds are too short, the netcode's too bad, and it's too easy to die from one-hit kills. So these are all the faults that Battlefield had, except in Call of Duty most of these are built into the game. So the single punch kill, sniper rifle single shot kill, and the fact that the netcode is really pretty awful. Now this game doesn't run dedicated servers, so that's probably part of the problem, but there's plenty of times where you get killed and you maybe see 1 or 2 shots from the opponent, but when you watch the kill feed you can see them hitting you 5 or 6 times. You just don't know it as a player. You can't tell that you've been shot. You can pretty much just see the one shot that kills you, or 1 or 2 shots, and it's all the same frustrations you had with Battlefield's netcode at the start. But this is how this game is supposed to run. You know, they've built the game where one-shot kills are pretty simple to get. And the hand-to-hand combat, you know, you run around a corner, and I'm pretty used to the Battlefield style where if you meet somebody around a corner you hose them down. In Call of Duty, no. If you see anybody within 10 feet of you, you don't try and shoot them. You just run up to them and punch them, because that kills them straight away. You know, it's a bit of a bad system for a game that's got a lot of close range combat. I was in a game where a guy got 22 kills and only 4 deaths, and all he was doing was running around with a knife out. And a knife should not be more lethal than a beam weapon, for instance. And it just is. Now I could understand it if there was a perk or an exosuit option to give you massive strength that maybe gave you a different weakness, but that massive strength gave you a one-hit kill potential when you punch somebody or stab them. But the fact that knives are just so much more lethal than guns just really doesn't make much sense. Now true, it's the same in Battlefield, but you can't knife somebody from the front, which you can in this. Well, you can knife somebody from the front, but it's not an instant kill. Battlefield has knife animations. In this you can just seem to be able to run past somebody and swipe at them and they die. So it's all just a bit too fast paced and instant for me. I think I'm just too old for it. You know, when it's a gun game it's quite nice, but it's just too easy to become a brawler game. And the sniper rifles, well, I've always hated sniper rifles in Call of Duty. The fact that people hip fire you with a sniper rifle when you can get pretty easy close range kills with a sniper just doesn't feel right. And it feels even worse on maps like this, which are a lot of close range engagements. So while in general I enjoy Call of Duty, there are specific games and specific players that just make me think that this game sucks. And you know, it's inbuilt into the game. They're only playing the game the way it's made. It's not like they're abusing the system and they're terrible players. They're just playing the game. It's not like this is a bad game, it's just not a game for me. Now, I played Call of Duty 4 and I played a lot of the early Call of Duty titles. I played Call of Duty 4 to death. I really love that game. This just isn't my version of Call of Duty. This is now a full-on console game, and it just doesn't work for me. I like games that are longer than this. So this round I think takes 8 minutes. Everything's frantic, everything's up close. There's no option to do anything else. You can't really stand around and work at range in this because anybody can get to anywhere with these jump packs. It's just not the style of game I like anymore. You know, I'm old and I don't have the reaction times of a 12-year-old kid, so I'm probably always going to lose out at this. But just the instant deaths that you get in this game annoy me, and I often find myself playing this for an hour and then just logging off and not even thinking about the game again. It doesn't have any staying power for me. I can play Battlefield all evening long, all day long, because you get time to learn things in Battlefield. You don't get any time to learn anything in this game. If you're playing maps in rotation and each time you're on a map you're on it for 8 minutes, well, you're not really going to learn much about that map. And I still don't know any of these maps. After playing them for several days, you just don't get long enough on a map to get used to it, or I don't. But by far my biggest gripe with this game is just going online and being put against people who've played this game far longer, they're far higher, they've got a lot more stuff unlocked, and there's nothing you can do about it, because without dedicated servers you just have to lump what you get. And if you add that to the fact that the more tactical game modes that could be enjoyable you just can't find games for, at the moment Call of Duty is a bit like playing Lockers or Metro 24/7 with incredibly short number of tickets on it. It just doesn't feel very satisfying to me. This game is crying out for dedicated servers. It would solve the netcode and lag problems because you'd know what a server was like before you joined it. It would mean that you could have longer game modes because the server could be set for the game mode to be longer, and you could get servers running the more interesting game modes. You'd be able to find them a lot more easily than just having the matchmaker throw you in with anybody that happens to be wanting to play that game mode. At the moment, when Final Stand comes out, I don't think I'll be missing Call of Duty. I'll just be playing Battlefield quite happily, putting up with its flaws because I enjoy the game and I don't enjoy this. But I'll keep trying for a few more days, see if my opinion changes. Thanks for watching.